Guys, in your table, you have basically a 30, 60, 90 triangle. This is the formula for a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Add this to the top, and then we're going to fill in some information. Opposite the 30, 30 is the smallest angle in the triangle, will always be your x. Opposite the 60 will be the formula x squared root of 3. The short leg, the x, whatever that is, we put with the radical 3. Opposite the 90 will be 2x. Okay, so the parts of the table. Is the 30 represents, I put SL for short leg. 60 represents the long leg, LL. And 90 represents the hypotenuse. I'm just going to put an H. Okay, so it's trying to show you what formula goes with which part of the side. Now, we're going to use this table and fill in the table to hopefully help you see some patterns to solve it mentally, be a whole lot efficient with working with special right triangles that are 30, 60, 90. So, the first, this right here, this is our short leg column, okay? This is our long leg column, and this is our hypotenuse column. The key to this, guys, is always get to the short leg, like start with the short leg. If the short leg is not given to you, then get back to the short leg to fill in the rest of it. We're going to go straight across on this first one because we have the x, which is the short leg. So that means the long leg is just that x radical 3. So this is just 6 square root of 3. Pretty simple, right? All right, so the hypotenuse is just that x times 2, double it. So it's 12. All right, let's do the next row. If your short leg is 8, then the long leg would be 8 square root of 3, and the hypotenuse would be 16. So, like I said, the key is always start from the short leg because you can just fill it straight in. Just plug it in. Now here, I'm giving you the hypotenuse. If I tell you the hypotenuse is 14, well, what I need to do to get back to the short leg? Divide by 2. So there we go. 7, short leg. Now that long leg is easy because it's just 7 square root of 3. If it's in the form of x square root of 3, because this is in this form right here, x square root of 3, x is our coefficient, then if this is 12.5, that represents the short leg, 12.5. So then double this to get the hypotenuse, 25. Okay, so if it's a whole number, plug it in, straight to the point. Now, if you could have a short leg to be a radical, okay? So we're still going to do what the formula says. This whole 2 square root of 3 represents the x, the short leg. So to get the long leg, you have to take that 2 square root of 2 times the square root of 3. And then simplify that. So this actually ends up being 2 square root of 6. That is the short leg. To get the hypotenuse, we double. So we say 2 times 2 square root of 2. Remember, only outside gets multiplied together. Outside and inside do not mix. So this is 4 square root of 2. Yeah, we're just multiplying the 2's on the outside. Okay? All right, so let's try it. Let's do it. Same thing with this side of 5 square root of 5. If this leg is 5 square root of 5, short leg, and I multiply by radical 3, you should get 5 squared of 15. Now, take that short leg, double it, get the hypotenuse. Yep, 10 square root of 5. Once you see the pattern, you don't have to show the work. You can just apply it. So if I know that this hypotenuse is 20 square root of 7, yeah, 10 square root of 7 would be the short leg. I always go back to the short leg. And now to get the long leg, I take that and multiply by square root of 3. So 10 square root of 21. All right, try the next one. Don't wait for me. If you got the hang of it, go ahead and plug it in. See if you can get your spots. Short leg. That's what we need to start with always. 3 square root of 2. And then the long leg. 3 square root of 6. And we're done. Okay, now this is when the long leg is not in the form of the formula, basically x square root of 3. I still always want to go to the short leg. So here's I'm going to write this out to the side. Your short leg, if you're given the long leg, is to take that long leg, multiply by radical 3, then divide it by 3. So my long leg is 30, so I'm going to substitute this 30 for right there, that long leg. So that's going to be 30 square root of 3 over 3. And then that can be simplified right there. So the short leg is actually 10 square root of 3. So that's my short leg. And now it's easy for me to get to the hypotenuse because I just got to double that. So that would be 20 square root of 3. Think about it. If I get a whole number for my long leg, and I'm basically in the formula multiply by radical 3, okay? Yeah, you're dividing by it. Basically, I have to rationalize it. I have to basically get rid of that radical. And the only way I can make this a whole number is multiplying by the same radical. So think, if I have 21 here, okay, what would the short leg have to be? Yeah, 7 square root of 3. Some people just said, oh, whatever's inside, if you multiply to the outside, that gave you the whole number. Okay? Whatever radical is inside, you multiply to the coefficient, that gave you the whole number. All right, so then the hypotenuse would be 14 square root of 3. All right, try the last one. If you have the hypotenuse, what's the short leg? Ben, don't do that. Yep. And what's the long leg going to be? 27. All right. So that's your table. What we're going to do next, on the next page. Oops. Oh, man. I don't know how that happened. All right. Here's basically we're going to do some examples. The white paper you picked up, I need you to fold it in half and then fold that half in half. So we have the following.